Good evening, everyone. My name is Edgar, and this is Mistcon. Welcome back to the channel, my fiendish friends. Tonight, we have another amazing atrocity in the form of story time. So, without delaying too much, let's jump right in. This one is called The Townspeople Somnium. And yes, this ties into another story that you may remember from Crowley 69. And this one is narrated by Kyla.
My name is Gable. A few months ago, I was turned onto a website called Newbrand.com. They are developers of tabletop games, among other things. My friend Joel was amused at some strange blog posts on the site. The developer of a card game called Somnium posted about 7 posts. They got more manic each time. At first, Josh, the game developer, posted about his excitement that his project was picked for development. As time went on, he babbled about the game being evil and afflicting his dreams. A bunch of BS if you ask me. Joel and I laughed our asses off at it. We live for finding weird websites floating around on the net. You don't need the deep web to find deep weird out there. Like I said, Joel and I searched the web for odd sites on social media. Aside from that amusing yet useless pastime, I also investigate unsolved missing persons cases that have gone public. Haven't solved anything, but there's a whole community of people that look through archived information hoping to help solve one. A community of people with the same goal, a place I call home in a world that feels alien to me. The motivation varies for each person. As for myself, I think it makes me feel like I have a purpose. My day job is at an IT company babysitting servers, making sure they run all the processes and reporting issues when they don't. The definition of numb. A week ago, Joel came to me voicing his concern for the developer of the game. Josh's last post was a plea for help and nothing else. I forgot to mention that the management replied to the last few posts Josh made by convincing everyone he was just trying to scare them. I contacted the website through the help page and even made an account to comment on the blog. Maybe I can stir the owner to speak up. While there, Joel and I couldn't resist the urge to pre-purchase Somnium. I'm not sure where to go with any inquiries at this point, but it feels someone should be concerned if Josh is okay. Clearly his mental state is compromised if he indeed exists. I don't have a last name to go on, so I'll just post my questions around the net and see what pops up. The 9th post in the developer's diary was that the game was on track with development and would be released on the full moon. We didn't see this post till sometime after its original post date, and I had already received the game, placing it aside for rare times in which Joel and I talked in person. On one of those occasions, we decided to check Newbrand.com and found the post I mentioned. The owner stated in this post that Josh would no longer be working with them, and he wished him well in whatever his future endeavors were. To my surprise, the owner of the company decided to include some behind-the-scenes information about what happened to Josh and his deeper thoughts on the game. This information only seemed to prove that Josh was unstable and needed help. They included a letter from Josh where he describes the game, how it's played, and the most desired results. I won't include all of that here, but it's worth a look. I'll go over the rules, however, so I can talk about our personal experience with the game. Light 2 candles and turn off all the lights. Shuffle the deck and cut with left hand. Each participant touches the deck to show their readiness and pledge to complete the session. At this time, one may silently focus their mind on what they hope to attain using the power generated during the session. Participants draw in turn until they reach a gate. Place dark spirits in one pile face up. Speak the name on the image. Place keys, good spirits, charms aside. Upon the gate, dispel the spirits. Avert dispels the red pentagrams. Release dispels the green pentagrams. Use any combination of 2 adverts or releases to dispel any spirit or pass through any gate. Sacrificing a good spirit as an offering dispels any spirit or opens any gate, but weighs heavy on my heart. Unlock passes the gate if all dark spirits are cleared. Draw until you reach a gate. When you can't go on, you are finished. So we played as the rules specified. When you open the deck, it seems silly to be so serious about the rules. The cards don't look all that menacing overall, but the design on the back of the card was interesting. There's an eyeball in the center of a compass. The whole thing has a brownish tint, sort of made to look aged but clearly freshly printed. Something you might see on the cover of an old leather book, just a coffee table treasure and nothing more. Joel and I are good sports though, so we did it up with proper candles and lights off. Everything as the rules stated. The first round we ended with what would be a losing hand, Bad Spirits. We focused hard on what we desired and played several more times. The Glutton. Every time I would end with this card, each time feeling more and more heavy. After 5 or 6 plays we called it and decided to crash for the night. We were single grown men, and when we had found time to hang out, it always ended in a sleepover. The rest of the time we worked. That morning, I woke up with a craving. Needed food. I made and ate 3 hamburgers at 5 a.m. I would have made more but ran out of time. It's not uncommon to have cravings like this. I did briefly think of the game, then laughed off my stupidity, because work is only 2 hours away and I needed to get moving. During work, I skimmed through crime websites of random variety. It's my version of Facebook, getting me through the day. There was a case being talked about, one that had my eye. It was an active investigation according to police, but seemed to be stalled for years now. Tabitha Lander, daughter of Louise Lander, went missing under very odd circumstances. Louise's bluesy, soulful rock had the hearts of many concertgoers. Not much else was known, and for some reason I still check back often. According to reports, she just walked off with some unknown older male a few years ago, thus ending new music from her father. He appears to be crushed, as you'd expect. He's under investigation for possible involvement, as well as the mother. Also as you'd expect. A week goes by and I'm still having random cravings that have me buying way more groceries. Thoughts then of that card game enter my mind, and I cheerfully thought maybe they created the game to drum up more grocery sales with a little psychological manipulation. Then instantly offended myself. I'm no damn sheeple. I'm going on a damn diet. Then walked into the room to look at myself in the mirror. To my surprise, I don't think I need a diet. My muscle tone is amazing. Besides running up and down the stairs at work and home, forgetting my keys and then running back up to get them, I don't exercise. But hey, something's going well for me without trying. I'll take it. I haven't heard from Joel in about 2 weeks now. Not since the card game. Deciding to call him mostly just to hang out, and a little because I was concerned. He usually sends me stupid memes and lewd jokes throughout the week. I abandoned the idea that he will respond to my texts and call him. Calling means it's important. I got a full voicemail box. After trying several times, I grabbed my keys. Fuck this. I'm going to have to go over and find out what's up his ass. I haven't eaten in a few hours, my stomach is in knots. My friend is being weird, so no time for that. On the drive over, the smell of fast food rips my nostrils and nearly turns the wheel by its own will. I'm starting to think there's some issue with me. I've heard of myostatin deficiencies, causing abnormal muscle growth and super metabolism. I feel like I read it was something you have from birth. I don't think you can contract that. I feel my body is eating at itself. I arrive at Joel's apartment, making my way to the front door, looking for his car, which I see, door wide open, parked oddly in the corner. His car was an average-looking Toyota thing. We didn't care too much about cars. I drive a little Honda thing. Taking a look inside the Toyota thing, the keys are still there, on the seat. Now I'm freaked out. This is bad. I grabbed his keys, slammed the car door, and run up to his apartment door. This is one of those shared entrance types of complexes. It's just him, so he lives in the studio. The door is locked, but I have the keys, and I do not hesitate to use them. I think most people would call the cops at this point. I don't like the cops for one. And to be honest, that didn't enter my head at that point. Joel was not okay, and that I was sure of. And that was the only thought in my head. I entered the apartment expecting sad smells and a crying Joel, but what hit my nose was nearly as bad. Chemicals. Bleach and other cleaners. It smelled like a daycare in there. I stumbled into the room, my vision blurring from the fumes. Everything was spotless. There was nothing fabric in the apartment. No couch, no kitchen towels, doorstep carpet. Gone. Everything else had an almost cartoon gloss. I looked around, noticing how insanely clean everything was. I scanned the room in a panic, but never saw Joel. Where is he?
And there we have it. Another cliffhanger for you guys. I know how much you love them. They bring you right to the edge of your seat. So be sure to tune in for the conclusion when we get it uploaded. Do yourself a favor and hit subscribe and hit the bell icon as well so you'll be alerted when that video comes out. Thanks so much for joining us. So that wraps it up for good old Edgar. Until next time, try to enjoy your peace of mind. My name is Edgar, and this is MistCon. Have a creepy day.